Welcome back to the And Also podcast with your hosts, me, Summer Dean, Sheyda Fasari, and Madeline Guiney. So grab a drink and get cozy. You have now entered the group chat.
Listen, you guys, we're going to have to talk about ourselves on Reddit to stir some shit.
Yeah.
It's just Summer. Summer's behind a computer somewhere. She starts an entire Reddit thread destroying us.
I think it would be a really fast track to gain a lot of attention.
Well, remember you talked about creating a TikTok, like the antithesis TikTok.
Wait, what? What did you talk about?
I don't remember this.
You both always smoke so much fucking weed when we're kind of talking.
That is so
perfect.
Funny.
That should be on the pod. You guys, we have so many planning meetings, and I try to hold fucking court. And about 45 minutes in, you get a little twinkle in your eye, and you're like,
we lock eyes and we go, should we smoke?
Is it time to have just a little smoke? I go, no, guys. And you guys go, we'll be fine. We'll be great.
Cannot.
And then you each take one little hit, and you're useless.
Let's be real. It's never one little hit.
No, I feel like...
I want it right in your face.
I feel like some of those meetings, I feel like some of those meetings were productive.
In the beginning, before we were high.
No,
I say the royal weed. I don't smoke weed because I die.
Okay, remember the time? Actually, there's been a few times when Sheyda smoked with me, and then I'll put on some universe show. And
you actually roofied me. That's the better word.
Roofied you?
Yeah, you did. You actually roofied me. You are a roofier.
Don't liken me to Diddy, because
no, sometimes Diddy do it.
There's no baby oil in sight when we smoke.
Speaking of which,
no. And you have to agree with me. I sometimes will take just like a little tiny baby hit because I don't know what happens in my body. I can't take it. I wish I could be. I'm not a pot smoker. Everyone I love is. It looks so great and fun and relaxed, and I can never be.
It's lovely.
I have anxiety. I'm assured that my lower extremities have stopped receiving blood. It's not good. Summer, I was on a little streak where I was I can take little baby hits and it's fine. And I used always Madeline's pen, and I always felt good about
Put it on the low setting.
She put on the low setting, but she took care of me.
No,
she
Summer's
took care
a
of me.
pusher.
She cared for me, and she took care of me. And Summer, first of all, she had me over to her little den. She had a little house. It was essentially a little den.
it was not cute.
It was not cute. It was her little mountain troll home. And she was here, suck on this. And I was I don't know, my friend Madeline, she was taking care of me. And she's no, I'll take care of you.
No.
Was
it Lily's pen?
No, it was mine.
Because the last Sheyda, one time I hit Lily's pen.
My sister.
And you want to know what? Remember that?
Yeah. Yes, I do. But anyways, and then she put on Interstellar, or what did she put on? You put on some galaxy
documentary.
The Infinity Doc, and she was watch this
now. A Trip to Infinity on Netflix. Great Netflix documentary anyone wants to watch.
I wanted to call my mother and cry. I didn't know what to do.
We ended up taking a nap. It was 3 p.m. in the afternoon. We actually had to take an hour nap.
I was I don't know what to do right now because I'm not well. And she's you're fine. Watch this.
That is the most classic Summer takes it too far. Summer has the biggest habit of taking everything too far. She takes a joke too far.
Is this a pogo?
She takes
actually is. It is your pogo.
She takes shit too far.
What was she had a thing where she would say something we all hated all the time.
It was pussy.
Okay. No.
Yeah. But now I'm on the pussy train.
No. We're not going back in there.
I think it's funny.
We're not going back down the road.
I'm so easily convinced of stuff. She got me on that train. It's funny.
Horrible. Ratchet.
Bad.
Guys, wait, did you notice my socks? My Harry Potter socks?
Cute.
What does the bottom say? Can you read it? I don't know what it says.
What does it say?
Waiting on my letter to Hogwarts.
Oh, that is so chuggy, but I love that.
It's so chuggy. My mom gets me such little dinky weird stuff in my stocking for Christmas every year.
I love that.
And she got me a Hogwarts t-shirt. Well, I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. But she got me a Hogwarts t-shirt and 2 pairs of Hogwarts related socks, or Harry Potter related socks, I should say. And I wear them all the time.
I haven't watched it yet. Has anybody hopped on it yet?
Harry Potter?
This season.
I haven't had a good enough day to be let's turn on.
Yeah.
Nick and I are very into murder documentaries right now.
Oh, what's the one you recommended?
The Jinx. It came out a couple of years ago. It is absolutely insane. It's based on this. It is an actual documentary, but New York real estate family, like $1 billion family in real estate in New York. Their oldest son basically gets accused of all of these murders, and he gets acquitted of one, and then he does this documentary, and this documentary basically provides new evidence so that then they have to do a season 2 because...
So the documentary he's in...
Yes.
He's not being accused in the first documentary.
No, he is free and clear in the first except documentary.
During the filming of the first season, they find evidence that incriminates him.
So this man basically got accused of murdering, or his wife goes missing in the 80s. In 2000, his best friend shows up dead after they reopen the case of his missing wife. And then he is found in Texas, Galveston, Texas. This man's from New York City, found in Galveston, Texas, which I don't know where that is, but accused of murdering and dismembering his neighbor's body. $1 billion family, the real estate moguls in New York. Their oldest son.
This is a real documentary?
A real documentary. And this man, so they basically make a movie about him, like a couple, like in the early 2000s, about all this stuff. And he reaches out to the director and is like, hey, I saw you made a movie about me. I'd love to sit down and chat. And the guy's like, well, should we record it? Like, that could be kind of cool. And he's like, yeah, I'd be open to that. And you want to know what, guys? I love this man. This man,
the murderer. You love the mass murderer.
He is the funniest. Like, you're watching it. It's funny because
you know what? Madeline would be the one to fall in love with a mass murderer.
She would.
He's not a mass murderer.
I mean,
sorry. Let me rephrase. A serial killer.
Like more than no. Literally everyone in the show is like, he's not. Robert's not. He doesn't get off on the thrill of killing. He killed Robert Durst. Yes.
You love him?
Yes.
He schizophrenically admitted murder on a hot mic in a bathroom.
On the documentary. You gave away the ending, Erin.
Oh, shit, we can cut it out.
No, we have to bleep that, but that's so fucking funny.
Wait a minute.
But have you watched the documentary?
Yeah.
She said she loves Robert. You know what they all said about, who's the other one? They all said all the women, they had all the women like sitting in a trial. Yeah, Ted Bundy. Like he was so charismatic.
No. This guy's not charismatic at all. He's not. He gives like New York Larry David almost, where it's
that's charismatic. Larry David is hugely famous.
But like for being grumpy, you know what I mean? He's not like charming.
Yeah, but it is still endearing in a weird way.
Yeah, I know. What is that? Is that like issues that we have?
What is that quality called?
It's aura.
Aura?
Yeah.
Sociopath.
That's called childhood trauma.
Yeah. Yeah. I saw this thing that was like the biggest sign of childhood trauma is you are constantly trying to make difficult people love you or get their approval. And I was like, that checks out. This Robert Durst man is definitely difficult.
Guys, being a serial killer in today's day and age is so difficult. Like, people don't get away with shit anymore. However, 10, 20, 30 years ago when we didn't live in a place where there was cameras at every fucking
think
stop.
about this. There's cameras everywhere. Your phone tracks your location at all times. I mean, even if you just, let's say you leave the phone at home, if you're wearing your Oura ring to get your steps, you're screwed.
But even that, like, you'll get caught on a highway camera system. Like, serial killers, I feel like just don't exist. If
or like even cars record data.
True. If a serial killer is, does their thing today, out and about, successful, today's day and age, I mean, like, they have to be I feel like they have to be more tech savvy than anything.
Either tech savvy or they have to live in the middle of nowhere.
Like,
you still have to be in bumfuck. And you're like, a guy who no one knew was coming over, came over, I killed him and fed him to my hogs.
Yeah.
And never spoke about it to anyone.
Yeah.
And never deviated from my normal schedule, didn't send a weird text message, was like doing my normal thing and it happened to be on my normal path that I always take.
There's a new movie coming out, Anna Kendrick. You guys know Anna Kendrick.
Yes.
So she's
directorial debut.
She directed it and it's called Woman of the Hour. I was listening to a podcast about it.
I've seen
and the way she talks about it, so some of these scenes, she says, like, some of the men, like 20% of the men didn't understand the subtle glances from the actresses. Like, they wanted everything to be so subtle. Like, when a woman realizes she's in danger, like at one point, one of her co-directors was like, should we just make that a little bit more dramatic so that like people know what's going on? She goes, no.
Everyone will know what's going on.
The people that will get it, will get it. The women that will get it, will get it because it's so subtle. Just that little like, oh no, I'm in danger.
No, like the
I have chills
wide-eyed,
thinking about it.
That's so sad. Like, when it's actually I don't even know what it even says about the world today, that it's like every woman understands that look.
Every woman understands.
And it is such a small look, and it's just like a...
Being alone in a parking lot or like dark places. Or
I literally was at Publix the other day. I don't know if you guys know the Publix on MLK, where you pull in and the garage is underground. I was putting my groceries in my car, and this man, he's very tall man, not your type at all, just a little nerdier, but still tall, large man. He was walking with such a purpose, like at such a fast pace. I was like, where the fuck is this guy going? Like, it looked like he was charging at me, and I'm literally like just putting my groceries away, waiting for him to like make a turn or like figure out what he's doing. But my heart is literally racing where I'm like, is he either going to friggin' push me into this car and drive me away, or he's gonna make a dramatic left turn and go to his car? And he did, but I was like, why? It was so nerve-wracking to just think of the possibilities of like, am I waiting for this man to come and grab me in a parking lot where nobody's here?
So you know what's so interesting about that too is him being a man in that moment, he didn't recognize your fear.
He was staring right at me too.
What things looked like for you, nothing. And you in that moment, instead of taking care of yourself, didn't react, probably because you didn't want to create a reaction, create a moment.
Bark at him?
Well, no, but like to me, if I'm in a parking lot alone and some man's walking towards me or driving to whatever he's doing, hopefully you'd lock yourself in your car until you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Until you left.
But I know, but you're getting groceries. Like, it's such a normal thing to do.
Isn't that so silly though? But your first thought, instead of taking care of yourself in the moment, like even when you recognize danger or potential danger or whatever, is like,
well, you know what they call that in the movie?
You don't want to make other people uncomfortable. You don't want to make, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The concept, going back to this movie that Anna Kendrick is producing, it's called fawning. Like, you become the fawn. You as women, your default instinct is, if I'm nice enough, if I'm kind enough, if I smile enough, they will leave me alone. I'm just gonna wait, because we're never the predators. Like, we're never the predators.
You're never the predators. And you also, like, it is like a societal thing. Like, as a woman, your default is not to make other people uncomfortable, like to nurture the situation, to deflect the situation. It's not like, I'm gonna lock myself in this car, get away from me, don't come in the elevator with me. You know what I mean? It's
right.
If you're in an uncomfortable position, I don't know who I heard talking about this the other day, but it was a woman. She was like, I watched this TikTok videotape of a woman talking about getting attacked in an elevator, and they had the tape of the elevator, and she's like, I felt uncomfortable when the elevator doors open. Like, he made me uncomfortable.
The moment he stepped in. And
instead of me just stepping out, I didn't want to make him uncomfortable or judge him or whatever. So instead of taking that moment and taking care of myself, I stayed in the elevator. And I feel like that's a default for women so more often than not. And it's like
100%. You find that in so many different aspects, like whether you're at work and somebody makes a weird comment to you, and rather than call them out and make them feel uncomfortable, you'd rather just be like, like you laugh it off.
Well, to go to my work all the time, every day I park in a parking garage, right, to go to work. And I have been in 3 or 4 situations now where I've been walking like out of the parking garage, like deep, and it's dark. It's not like there's no windows, or there's no like opening, there's no light that gets in. It's a parking, like it's underground. Yeah, I'm underground. And there have been like men like walking up fast behind me.
Why do they do that?
And I'm just like, my instinct in the moment is to stop and turn around and watch them and like let them get in front of me. But I don't do it. And every time I'm like, why do I care? Like, why don't I just stop and let him get in front of me?
Yeah.
Be more prepared for the moment. Like, and in that, there actually have been a lot of attacks in that parking lot and in that area, just because, I mean, downtown Nashville, unfortunately, is a mess right now.
Yeah.
But I'm like, why do I care? Like, well, who cares if they get a little uncomfortable? I'm uncomfortable. They're like coming up behind, like, you know what I mean? And instead of like grabbing my purse and stopping and turning and be like, hey.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm just going to walk like normal and pray he doesn't murder me.
Yeah. I know. I feel like the podcast we always listen to, the Crime Junkie one, where they're always like,
I don't listen to that. I need to.
It's good. But their motto is literally be weird. Like, I would rather you be weird and be rude than be dead.
100%.
So true.
You know what I mean? It's you're so spot on, Sheyda, of our natural instinct is to kind of overcompensate or just play it down because you're like, well, I don't want to cause a scene. I don't want to do anything.
Yeah.
But I'd rather be alive than not cause a scene.
Yeah, I just need to start causing scenes.
Yeah. I feel like you would actually love that.
I feel like you would love that.
I actually would.
You're the one who loves to cause a scene.
Nothing I love more than like a public like random interaction that's like slightly off kilter.
Yeah.
I feel like you would have been into like a flash dance back in the day.
Yeah, totally.
People don't do flash dances anymore.
No, people don't do flash dances anymore.
No, remember
What's
when
wrong with our society?
Actually, probably for the best.
Oh God, it's for the best. Remember when like the craze was like have a flash dance before you proposed to your wife?
It's a beautiful night.
Oh God,
looking for something dumb to do.
I'm sick. No, please. No, shut up, Summer.
It's a good one of mine.
No, I actually.
And then he comes out. He's in the crowd.
Yes.
You want to know what? That would actually be such an ick and such a turn off.
Immediate no.
If I'm just
the relationship is over.
If I'm walking with Nick and all of a sudden he's like, gotta go really quick, and he joins the flash mob and then just comes out and like,
okay, wait, what are some other like immediate no's? Like,
no, just so you guys know, if I haven't told you already, when my man needs to propose, I need it to be like something relaxed.
oh, same.
Like I need us to be like, I have a friend whose older sibling, their first date was going shooting. And so he brought her shooting. And like for the proposal, like it was like just them. They went like a nice little cute like afternoon or more. I don't actually know when it was. And but they just went and did their little shooting thing. And he was like, let's get a couple, like let's have the guy come on, like take a couple photos of us, whatever. And he was like, will you grab another shell from the inside, because he had the gun in his hand. And she like pulled out the box. And it was so cute. And I was like, that's so relaxed. And then they went and met up with their family afterwards to have like champagne, like something's like just us, and then have our family be waiting away.
no flash dances.
No flash dances.
No flash dances. Make sure I'm wearing some makeup. Make sure my nails are done. Make sure he chose the right ring, and have it be just us.
I've actually I don't even really even like the heart like backdrop things. Like for me, I'm like, I don't.
The heart backdrop.
You know what I'm talking? Like they do like a
the
floral.
candles,
you walk
or like
out,
the rose petal walkway.
I don't know. Something about it. I just feel like weddings, love, period, is just so like
over.
It's so overdone, and it's like so. It's such an industry now. Like I told my mom asked me the other day. She's like, if Josh proposed to you, like how would you want it done? And I'm like, honestly, if we were like on a trip somewhere and he rolled over in the morning in bed and he just had a ring, like to me, I would sob, because it feels so intimate, because like we're already in bed, like in an instant, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't need a big thing. Like it's just between us. Like, yes, I want to spend the rest of my life. Like to me, that would be the most special thing. I do like the idea of like having friends and family there at some point, but the moment that it happens, I don't even care if I don't want a professional camera there. Like I want to take a selfie with him after and be like, holy fuck. Like, I don't know. I just feel like it's so overdone right now.
Or like have like a hidden camera moment, but like don't have it be like some big production.
Sheyda's like, I just want to
in the closet.
No, please hire, first of all, please have Angelina, our friend Angelina is a photographer and a videographer. Please have Angelina somewhere in the wings. I want the whole thing on camera.
And just hiding under the bed.
She is under the bed.
Because I do want to watch my reaction back. That's one thing.
I do want the moment on camera. But just for us. Like have it just be somehow us and Angelina. Angelina can see me ball. She's seen me through everything at this point.
I was just thinking about this though. I was actually thinking about this the other day. Something that's like such a big turnoff for me in men, or was a big turnoff, and something that Josh doesn't do, is when men take themselves too seriously and they like, okay, like I just like, I'll never forget this one. It was like this golfer and he trips over this thing on the golf course. Granted, he trips in front of the entire people, but he gets up and he like throws his club and he's like, what the fuck, man? Like who would put that there? When men
make a joke.
That's what I'm saying. Like laugh at yourself. If you can't laugh
relaxed.
at yourself, I'm sorry,
so
but
cringy.
like that just shows me that you don't have confidence that like you're like, oh my God. Like,
so it's testosterone poisoning.
Yeah.
I hate that. I hate that. When a guy takes himself too seriously, it's
no.
Okay, I have another ick too, actually. This happened recently. So we were at Oktoberfest, and there was simultaneously a very big football game going on. I think it was the Vanderbilt game that they ended up beating Alabama at. And we were with some people, specifically guys.
Upset.
It was a huge upset, but we were with some guys that just like don't care about sports. Like they're just not the kind of people that care about sports. And so, but there was a ton of people at this festival that loves sports.
Yeah.
So Vanderbilt wins, everybody goes into uproar, and the guy that we're with that doesn't care about sports starts going, sit down, nobody cares. Literally, you guys are embarrassing. Like, nobody cares.
No, you're
and in my
embarrassing.
mind, I'm
Oh,
going,
sick.
literally, let them have their fucking
Yeah.
moment. This is embarrassing that you are, that you care so much that you're yelling at them. You know what I mean? Like, and so I'm like, dude, actually, this is embarrassing. Like, just because you don't care about it doesn't mean that other people don't care about it. It's one of those things when people
Bring you down
for being excited about something, for loving something. To
That's
me,
such a
those are
sad
the worst.
thing
it
that
is-
people do.
Those are miserable people.
Those are miserable people who, like, you can be fun and like poke fun at your friends and whatever. But at the end of the day, you should be supportive of whatever it is they're into, sports, arts, whatever.
Making TikToks, taking pictures of themselves. I feel like we've had friends in the past that when you're in a position where you're feeling good about yourself and you're wanting to, like, I want a picture, can you take a picture of me? And you're trying to get a good
Oh
picture
my
of yourself.
God.
And they're like, oh, fucking camera hog. Or I don't even know what the comments are, but
Yeah,
it's
but
like, come
let
on,
them
like,
have their moment.
Do you know who I'm thinking of?
yeah, we're talking about the same
Who?
person.
Wait, tell me.
Can't tell you.
Whisper to me.
I'm going to just say, we had a friend a few years ago,
I didn't know this person.
who, you know, you do, who
Might not remember them though.
it's one of those scenarios where like they're your friends, but I think they're secretly preying on your downfall. And she had said something to me specifically, like, I feel like in general, I live on a very high plane of like excitement for everyone, for myself. Like, I'm very optimistic, like whatever. I love everybody and I love myself and I'm not afraid to like present that. And
You're so outgoing and fun.
I think we were going out one night and I was feeling good and I was like documenting the evening. I was taking a selfie and she like rolled her eyes and like scoffed and was like,
of course you're taking pictures.
of course,
You know,
like
it was like a
it was one
comment
of those
like that.
lines of like, oh, there's Summer goes again, like da da da. And I'm like, first of all, like,
X'd out.
It's not
immediate
there's
removal of friend.
No negative effect to you of Summer take. It's honestly, I think, just more of a pure insecurity thing of
Yeah, but,
they
like, that's
want to be.
embarrassing.
It is. It is. We have to give them the benefit of the doubt. They just don't know any better. But they are just so insecure to a point where you feeling comfortable in your own skin and confident enough to like, I want to get a good picture of myself, is like a personal attack to them.
is.
Where they're like, well. That's I would never do something like that.
I would never. I'm too cool for that.
Yeah,
I'm
too
too this
cool
for that.
Yeah, I'm above that.
I think though that's one of the reasons we've all been able to stay friends for so long, and I mean we've never really had a fight or anything like any big upset in our relationship. We've always what was that giggle?
I just thought about our one fight that we've ever had at your like 24th birthday when we were blackout.
Wait, I don't remember.
hammered.
First of all,
I don't even know.
that wasn't even us.
Wait,
those were our other personalities blacked out having an insane. We were having a fight about a Monze.
Yeah,
A Monday?
yeah. I don't even know.
Wait,
what it was.
the fact that I'm hearing your 24th birthday just feels like literally like when was that?
It was 8 years ago now. First of all,
And that's the only time Sheyda and I have ever had.
Wait, what did you guys fight about?
I don't even remember.
yeah.
But it was about a Monday.
It had to do something to do with a Monze.
I mean, I guess we fought about a Monday too.
No, we
A Monze is our college friend who we all adore and love. Zay was one of my dear friends. I don't even know what we were talking. I think it started out with his hair.
I had made a comment that was like, oh, you should dye your hair like OBJ. And that was what it was, but it had to have been about something deeper. It doesn't even matter.
It doesn't even matter.
But we've only had one big fight ever. Like,
It doesn't even matter because it wasn't even us.
Yeah, we were so fucked up.
so blacked out.
Yeah, I remember Sophia just literally being like, God, she was on the couch the whole time.
Someone was found. Was it you who was found out back?
By the trash.
By the trash can.
Wait a
You
minute.
were found hours later by herself hiding by the dumpster.
Wait, was this Cinco de Mayo?
No, this was my 24th birthday
I don't know
celebration.
anything. I don't know about this.
And like I passed out in my bed and
I'm a sneaky puker, so
she went to like go puke by herself, but she decided she needed to go outside, out back, through the back fence and go hide behind the dumpster to puke by herself alone.
And Cody found me. He
And
drove
Cody
by.
found you.
Cody was around at this time?
Yes.
This was like 10 years ago.
I'm so out of this.
Yeah, but he drove by and he's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I was just looking for something up here." I'm literally slumped over. I'd probably been out
She
there
was
for
like asleep
hours.
by the dumpster by herself. You were a literal South rat.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, I was
trash bag. Oh,
yeah, that was brutal. But
really had
we've
to glow up.
Yeah, we've never.
Okay,
had a
but you were
fight.
saying, so we've never had a fight.
But I think that's because we've always been such big supporters. Like, there's never been a real fight. That was, I mean,
that wasn't even a real fight.
Yeah.
I think she was picked up and put in my bed 20 minutes after this finding, once they found out that we made sure she had a pulse, you know what I mean, and her vital signs were good enough to.
Yeah.
I wish there was a video of it.
I also feel like I could attribute that too, though, to just like we're confident in ourselves, in our friendships, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like you are a very big personality. I think you have a very big personality when it comes to like social settings. Like I think like
We're all very big.
I think it's the people that maybe just, I don't know. I'm just thinking back to this person. I don't know. Maybe they just weren't in the right headspace, but
Yeah.
those sneaky friends that I feel like prey on your downfall
Well,
are
there are people like that.
Yeah.
I feel like I just found one
recently.
You did. And I don't know how to handle it.
Oh my God. Yes.
I don't know how to handle it.
This is actually the most pure form of your friend fucking hates you. They actually don't like you. They despise you and they're jealous of everything that you have. Like, I think it's past the point of pogos. Like, we can all poke fun at each other and the crazy stuff that we do and our annoying personality traits. But this person straight up just does not like you and is jealous.
I wouldn't even know where to start with the stories.
Sheyda just told me I needed to get my Botox updated very bluntly. In a lovingly way. She just said, hey, fix that.
You have to.
Yeah.
You're
a
not
bad
my
friend if you don't. You're a bad friend if you don't.
Wait, I told you didn't need it.
And Summer's a bad friend. Summer's not a bad friend. She's just oblivious.
I'm oblivious.
You are
I
actually
think,
oblivious.
because I don't see it.
And you want to
You
know
are
what?
oblivious.
Recently, we told Summer that she's way too hot to be dressing the way that she does.
So true. And guys, have I
sat her
been stepping
down.
up?
You have.
Guys, I've been
We're so
putting
proud
in
of
so
you.
much more
Yes.
effort.
I actually am so proud of you.
I really think you guys need to sound.
But Summer made a TikTok about it, and there were people in the comments that were like, those are not your friends, those
No.
are mean girls.
No.
And it was like, we said it in the most loving way, and it truly came from a place of, again, you're too pretty to be dressing that ugly.
Yeah, who is gonna? You should be telling me I look like trash. You're not my fucking friend. You're actually my enemy.
I also-
You're my op.
okay.
If I'm sitting in a space and I look messed up, or my makeup's not done, my hair's funky, and you don't come over and say, sit down, sweetie, or we need to fix this,
100%.
or what are you doing?
Well, okay, but like, remember where were we the other day? And I was like, you have a booger hanging out of your nose. Like, I will literally tell you like that kind of stuff. I just don't necessarily know.
You just don't notice.
Like cosmetic stuff.
You're such a free thing, but I am such a, like, I've had friends like, we all have a dear friend of ours, and she always sees me. She's always like, you're always like looking at me. Like, you're always like just staring at my face. Like, what are you staring at? And I'm like, I'm just taking you in. Like, I'm like such a perceptive person. I feel like, where I'm just staring and I'm watching you interact. I'm watching you move. I'm watching what you're doing. I'm watching how you are in this moment. Like, that is me. Was I not the person in college? Like, I would choose the highest place that I could sit my body, and I would sit above, and I would just watch everyone.
You did do that.
I love to watch.
At every like table we'd end up at.
I love to watch. But I would do that, and I like, that's my thing. But I also take it in, and I'm like, Madeline, we need to get our phone.
Okay, but I have a question though. Where is
we
the
need
line?
to like handle this thing.
Where is the line between telling your friend something honestly and then picking on something that they actually don't care about? Because I do think that can be
Sometimes
tough.
you need to care about something, though.
Yeah.
Sometimes you
The way
don't
you
care about
dress.
something you should.
Yeah.
Like the way you dressed.
Like the way you dress.
And you were just like so happy and free, and we were like, listen, be less free.
Because I think at the end of the day, you would.
Because we can help you be better.
Okay,
my friend should be pushing me to be better.
Okay, understood. That's my scenario. But in general, where is the line? Like, at what point does it
With my
become...
best friends, there is no line.
But I also think if Sheyda knew, I was like,
Okay, but you
I
never
don't
told
want-
us when we got fat.
Yeah, that was rude.
Well-
but that was also kind of during COVID.
You guys never told me that I was fat.
Because it goes back to Sheyda. You were perfect.
came
the
in that way.
No, I was not.
You were.
Someone pull up a photo from 10 years ago. Actually, do not pull up that photo. You'll never find it. I took everything down.
Sheyda, that was how we knew you, though.
Yeah.
And Sheyda, like,
But it was never bad.
you
It
were
was never
working
out of
out.
hand.
You were eating
Yes.
clean. Like, what? Like,
I actually had a health disorder that I couldn't help myself. I was literally eating in a calorie deficit for 10 years, and nothing. There was nothing I could
and
do.
you were working out every single. So I do.
So you
feel
really
like,
couldn't say anything to me. I was like, yeah, I know.
Okay. Also, like, what if it's something where, like, okay, somebody, maybe I do need Botox, but I don't have the money for it. Like, at what point does it become?
But even in the moment, it's something that's like, Well,
the dressing thing I get because I needed that. But I'm just saying in general, for friends that are also dealing with this, like if they have a friend that they want to tell them something, but at what point?
Our friend always says to me, our one friend always says to me that I never told her that she needed to get Botox like years before she got it. And I was like, yeah, but like, what was I supposed to? No, we were all in college. We were all poor. There was no getting it.
Yeah.
There was nothing to do at that point. And I never said anything at that point. But now I look at her all the time. I'm like, we got to go talk to Katie. Katie is the real one. She takes care of everything for us. Yeah. But I was like, we have to go see Katie.
But I also think, again, it comes back to the friend of, if you know your friend is not interested in getting Botox, doesn't care about their wrinkles, doesn't care about taking care of themselves. Yeah. Sheyda probably wouldn't be friends with them because she wouldn't
well,
even.
Some people want to age naturally, 100%.
Which I think is beautiful.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Correct. But I also think if you know that that's not something that they care about, then.
Okay, but we can at least get you on, like, if not a medical grade skincare or something. We can do something for you. We can find a health path for you that is, some tallow sunscreen. I will meet you where you're at.
Yeah, she would have never said,
but if you're my friend, I have to tell you.
Yeah, she would have never said, go get your forehead fixed.
And that's why I'm not for everybody. A lot of women don't like me.
Yeah.
But my women do. My women do, and they know that
it's a tough pill to swallow sometimes.
I am a tough pill, but I also will literally murder for you, so I don't care.
What's his name? Jeffrey Durst?
No, Robert Durst. Erin, I love that you knew who I was talking about.
Oh, yeah, you know I'm a documentary.
There's a clip of who is it? Who's the guy? John Mulaney. And he's talking about the because the first one came out in like 2012 or something. And he's like, it's crazy because you're watching this documentary and like, he's guilty of something, but you're also like, I really like this guy. Like, he's a funny guy. Like,
He just doesn't give a fuck.
He doesn't give a fuck.
And he like would not show up for interviews
Yes.
and stuff.
So he's a narcissist.
I mean, most people that kill
Are sick in the head.
You know how they caught him?
How?
Well, he admitted it on
yes.
a hot mic in the bathroom to his other personality, so that didn't help. But
To his other personality, to himself?
He was in the bathroom for the documentary.
Because they caught him with something and they're like, so what do you think about this? And then he goes to the bathroom.
The kill letters, he spelled Beverly Hills wrong twice. He put L-E-Y instead of L-Y. And then they traced the handwriting. There better be a fucking filter on that. And then they figured out he can't spell like Beverly, and they caught him live while he was being interviewed. So he went to the bathroom and was like, "You did it, of course you did." And he was like talking to himself.
Oh, so he's psycho.
Oh, I mean, how much catching up do y'all need? Yes, I killed multiple people.
I'm 2 episodes in. No, I'm
But
one
they never found his wife.
Oh my god, you hadn't seen it?
No.
I just ruined it?
No,
I'm
it's
so
fine.
sorry.
I'm okay.
I think Madeline ruined it for us a long time ago. You can fill that.
No, I
bad
didn't.
boy up.
Okay.
I was giving you the details, the synopsis, without trying to give it all away.
But I think I've heard you talk about this before.
No, I just watched it.
Oh, then I heard someone else talk about this.
It's good.
But
What are
the
you
other
looking to do,
person wasn't
Summer?
in love with Rob Durst like you are. You sick. Right now, I've gotten completely off of birth control.
Oh, good.
Because, hold on.
Wait, you were still on birth control?
Hold on. I'm like almost 2 years off of birth control
okay.
now.
Oh.
But hold on just for a second.
on.
So you guys know that they just came out and said that birth control is a class 1 carcinogen.
No,
but I'm not surprised. But what about
what's
it?
a carcinogen?
Carcinogen, it's like it's
like a cigarette, right?
Yeah, well,
It causes cancer.
it causes cancer.
thank
It's
you.
cancerous. Thank you.
Get this girl on a mic.
And so obviously, but I had gotten off of it almost 2 years ago because I knew it was bad for you. You're like 30% more likely to get breast or ovarian cancer, I think it is, if you've ever been on birth control, which like,
Who
why didn't-
hasn't?
They put you on it at 16.
But
so
like that's what I'm saying is
They
like why
encourage
didn't
you to
any
get on
doctor
it.
tell me that? Why did I was diagnosed with PCOS and they were like, get on the birth control. So I was on it for 10, 12 years.
But
And they're like the longer, I was on it for skin. I wasn't on it for skin, but now I should be on it because I got off of it and now you can't see because I'm all covered up. But I have like a pepperoni face going on right now. And I'm like, I don't know what to do with myself because I take off my makeup and I'm like, I hate this. I hate this. Because I'm so used to my skin being so clear. I'm so used to like the compliment I always got. And I don't wear makeup really unless I'm going out or for something like this. I really, like I go to work every day without any makeup on. And I'm like, I'm so used to like the compliment being like, your skin is so beautiful.
You do have beautiful skin.
I don't feel like that at
You
all
do.
right now.
Like you have
feel
beautiful
so
skin.
scarred and like just pimply.
No, you have beautiful skin. You
Is
both
it
have beautiful
because
skin.
you're off birth control?
Well, because like when they put people on birth control for PCOS, it's to regulate your hormones. It's to help regulate your hormones. And so your testosterone is really wonky, I think, when you're on PCOS. I think your testosterone and your estrogen can be really off. But the hormonal imbalance is what causes the acne outbreaks for me or people with PCOS. So I get it that way. But it's just like one or two. But I have so much, I'm brown. I'm a brown woman, everyone. And Persian.
I'm a white woman.
I'm a white woman too.
I'm mocha.
Wait, that's what Nick called my
Persian.
nails.
Mocha?
I go, how do you know the word mocha?
Who cooked here?
Who cooked here?
Who
Turn around
cooked
and
here?
He goes, someone's cooked here. I go, how do you know that? Yeah.
Oh, but
Oh
you know,
my
he's
God.
with it. I feel like he's like on the internet.
He is with it. He is very witty.
He's very
But
witty.
it was concerning. I was like, sometimes you just want a dumb man that doesn't know anything about girls.
No, you don't. You say that, but you really
No,
don't.
I don't. I don't.
No, you don't.
But I've been cooking.
You want a man to be mendable.
Correct. And I've been
Malleable.
I've been cooking on him.
that's the thing of that's to revert back to when they care too much or when they take things too seriously. Like that man is too concerned about what other men think.
What other men think. That's the craziest
Which
part.
is embarrassing because what you should be concerned about is what I think because I am the person who gives you what you want and what you need, not your little best friend boy over there
yeah.
doing whatever stupid shit you two do together. Wait, how do you guys feel about video games with men? It actually disgusts me.
I was just gonna say,
Yours does that, doesn't
Josh
he?
is a gamer.
Josh is a gamer.
Yeah, I don't
Does it
love
gross
it.
you out?
It doesn't gross me out, but I don't love it because I do feel like it takes away from our time in general. Like, but he finds it such a, like, he is so on call all the time. And I
gets
understand that he just gets to like,
It's like
be
us
in
with
this
our books.
other, exactly. He gets to be in this other little world. But the biggest ick
I've
about
never
it.
thought about it that way.
No, the biggest ick about it is
the headset when he yells.
The headset
Yeah.
and the yelling. And I'm like, and he
See,
said, and you know what?
I think I would shrivel up
The
on the
thing
inside.
the thing is that they yell profanities at each other, like you little twerp, like two randoms, and I'm like, dude, what if this is like a 12-year-old kid?
It is.
And he's
Yeah,
just like
he's
learning.
and he's like,
He's
you
learning.
fucking suck at this, you bitch ass. And I'm like, oh my god, like shut, like this
Summer,
is so
he's playing
bad.
at like 3 p.m. on a Tuesday. He's talking to a 13-year-old.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, so that to me is an
Is that when he's playing?
no. Well, yeah, when he's not working, like if he has a
He'll be
free
playing?
time, he'll be like on it, and I'll walk into his office and he's got his headset
So
on.
now
and he's
I'm, just so everyone knows, I'm having a moment where I'm like having to recalibrate my brain because I love to listen to my nerdy books and I love to be put in a different world. And up until, dead seriously, up until this very moment in history,
where they're in another.
I have been like, any man who plays video games is disgusting.
I think
And now I feel like an asshole. I feel like an asshole.
I don't know. It's.
I think there's a time and place for
The
it.
suspension of disbelief is a really important thing that happens. The suspension of disbelief.
Tell me what that means.
Like your imagination, your ability to go somewhere else, which we do when we read our ACOTAR book.
Okay, but
Yeah.
you want to know what? That comparing that to playing video games is a bit of a stretch. For
It's
me.
a bit of a stretch.
How? Tell me why.
Because they're not. It's like they're talking to their friends or to these people, and they're playing a game. That's very
It would
different.
be different
than,
if you were like playing, remember in like 2003 when like Zelda was like the video game, like you had like GameCube
Yes.
and you'd like play Zelda and you had like a
in 2003,
task.
I was 4.
No, you weren't.
I'm just kidding.
You weren't.
You're right. I was 7.
Okay, well, you played a video game.
All right, what about Zelda?
But like it was like you had like a little task and you were in this other world and you like, you know, you could make friends and whatever. Now it's just like murder.
I gotta say, Sheyda, Zelda's pretty gamery. Like the normal people were playing like Sims.
Sims. I would
Sheyda.
fuck up some Sims.
You're more in the video.
No.
Yeah,
Sheyda,
for sure. I don't know Zelda.
I played Zelda. I never played Sims. Sims.
Where were you? Like,
I was never allowed to play Sims because of the sexual.
Thursday, weren't you in school?
I'm not playing video. No, but I know that though that's who's on playing video games at that time.
School day?
3 p.m. They're done with school.
They're done and they're probably playing.
No.
Sims was where I was at.
I was.
Question when y'all are done with
Please. Well, I was not allowed to play Sims because of the sexual content.
Yeah, same.
But Zelda was like an actual
Video game, yeah.
You know what I mean? It was
Yeah,
like
Zelda's a gamery though, for sure.
I did play video games when I was younger, but it was more like the Zelda stuff.
So why would you not consider if going into our games, even if into our books, even listening to them, how is that different than the
well, I just
the game
told you I'm
aspect?
having a moment of
Okay.
reflection.
I said it was different.
How is it different?
I don't know. It just doesn't feel the same. Like to me, a book is very different than a video game.
But if you're listening to it, how is it different?
You're not listening to the game. You're listening to a 12-year-old shit on you.
No, you're playing the game. You're in it. I mean, I feel like there is some kind of argument if you're reading a book, but if you're listening to it, which we all do that. We listen to our books.
I listen and read my Kindle and my audiobook.
I also think with video games, you're talking about community. Like Josh will hop on with his friends. So he's hopping on with some of his friends.
I think there are healthier ways for men to hang out.
For sure. No, I definitely agree.
I actually feel like I can't have an opinion right now because I feel like I don't know enough about the game, the way the game is now. Like if there is an actual storyline, if there is a path, like
there is. Have you played the Harry Potter game?
No.
There's missions. Like there's like, first of all, like
but
if you
is
like
Josh playing the Harry Potter game?
No, but I will
is he
say,
playing?
I don't know what game. It's definitely like a shooting game for sure.
So that is,
But
if
like,
you're just
here's the
going
thing.
in there and shooting every day, I'm like, that's
no. But here's the thing. Like,
embarrassing.
he's hopping on with his brother. So if that's like an activity that him and his brother
that
like
they
to
do
do,
together. That's
then
kinda
like,
cute.
how can I be mad at that? Also, again, if it's his way, first of all,
because it's like, what if they were going and doing what is it called, paintball? What if they're going to the paintball?
that's a little bit more. There's more athleticism with that.
I was gonna say, yeah, they're getting
paintball
exercise.
field.
I don't know.
Paintball field.
I
The
feel like
paintball
men just don't have enough.
I dropped my boyfriend off at the paintball park.
Yeah.
They don't have enough outlets to like have connections with each other. Like the only options they have are to literally play video games or to go golfing. And like
Golfing or basketball. Josh plays basketball.
Yeah.
I actually love golfing.
We need to get into golf more.
I would love, I had to take golfing lessons growing up.
That checks out, Sheyda.
Yeah.
That checks out.
Okay. First of all,
Actually, did you or
I
tennis?
have a great swing. I had to play tennis and golf growing up.
That checks out.
sailor.
First of all, put your fat finger down.
That checks out.
Don't you
That
dare.
checks out.
Put
Our
your
aura
fat
was pointing at each other. I'm surprised we didn't just level up just now.
I think we did. I'm gonna check our ring later. I'm gonna check my data later.
Madeline, where's yours?
My Oura ring. I'm out, guys. I'm out on the
Have you
horn.
ever had
Because
one?
you want to know what? I've read a lot about how inaccurate they are, and it's
No, mine's
also
accurate.
Mine's super accurate.
Mine's super accurate. First of all.
Oh, okay. Anyways, also kind of wild that you pay $400 for a ring and then also whatever it is for a monthly subscription.
It's $5 a month. You
Still
pay more
crazy.
than that on your regular coffee you drink.
It also tracks my cycle.
Oh, check my ticket.
Okay, I'm actually being healthy in this path.
Okay.
I love my Oura ring. Seriously, it's like my.
You're such a bitch.
I know the champagne
Wait,
just
what
went
did she
straight
say?
to my head. No, I just rolled my eyes.
She mimicked me and then rolled her eyes and giggled. I mean, I've never
Savage.
actually.
Savage.
We can't drink while we do this.
No, I'm tipsy. I had to switch to Poppy. If anybody wants them, let me know.
I'd like to know y'all's opinions on men wearing other men's names on jerseys. Does it bother you? Or are you cool with it?
You want to know what? I'm okay with it. It's like, I think men can be really embarrassing when it comes to like their fandom and their obsession. Like Summer talking about her friend standing up and being like, shut up, like it's just a game. That's also embarrassing. But then you look at the opposite end of the spectrum of people that are like crying when their team loses or like smashing their TV. Like that's also embarrassing.
So
I have some thoughts on this too.
I don't know. I've never thought about the jersey thing, so it doesn't strike a chord with me either way.
Can I tell you where it's weird?
where?
Okay. Us three ladies have all spoken to a man that has played professional sports. And so it is odd a little bit to think of like,
I don't think I have actually.
you haven't? Yes, you have.
Who?
There's been somebody for sure. There's been somebody for
Pretty
sure.
sure. I'm pretty sure I'm actually the odd man out here.
Really?
But, yeah, but please continue. I know I've at least witnessed it with all my friends.
Yeah, exactly. Well, what I'm thinking is like, there is a little bit of in the back of my mind of like, because Josh doesn't like sports. Josh is like not a sports guy. Like he doesn't follow them really.
Yes.
So he never bought a jersey or anything. So for me, I've like feel like I've never run into this, but I have thought about like, oh God, like what if the guy that I'm dating is like wearing
your
a
ex-man.
former, like, you know what I'm saying?
It's very
To me.
likely for you.
It's very likely for you.
That was me.
Sammy.
No, I'm kidding. And also with you.
And with your spirit.
And with your spirit.
And with your spirit.
Wait. Can we talk about, this is so off topic about the Jersey things, but just speak about the Catholic thing, about how Sheyda is now.
No. Thank you.
But I will say, I do think there is a little bit of an ick with that. But also at the end of the day, like, no, there's not, because 0.0000001% of men
You know what is an ick?
have the name on their jersey, and the rest of the men in the entire universe are wearing the jersey. Do you know what I'm saying?
okay. I'm okay with a guy wearing another guy's name on his back.
Sure.
That's fine.
Sure.
You idolize him. That's cool.
What?
As long as at the end of the day, you aren't one of those men who takes things too seriously, and you
seriously.
care actually
Goes-
what other men think.
It goes back to
That's
that.
when it goes too far. Now, what I
When you're
will
punching
say
your
is I
TV.
heard someone.
Yes,
I heard-
Embarrassing.
I heard someone the other day say out loud, he's like, oh yeah, my girl used to talk to so-and-so. Like, he was so proud to essentially say like that his current girlfriend used to sleep with it was an NFL player. And he said it with like such pride. And in the
Pride?
moment I wanted to be like, I'm so disgusted. Like, I don't even like, what?
What if it was the opposite? If you had been like, my man used to sleep with,
Simone Biles.
yeah, Candace.
I don't know. I'd kind of be like, okay. I don't know.
No.
No.
I would, first of all, I'd never let him see me in the nude ever again.
I think
because
I'd be just so
I'd be thinking
insecure.
about how that girl has 0% body fat. Like, I don't want to know that stuff. I don't want to know that stuff. I don't want to hear that stuff. Everyone has a past.
I have to rip the Band-Aid off. I have to know every little detail about everything.
Every little detail.
Yeah.
No.
If you've ever dated my man, I know everything about you.
I need to know. Well, you know what?
I don't know.
I just need to know if she's ever in the room with us.
Yeah, that's one thing where I feel like that's like a respect thing. Like we've run into some of Josh's exes at the bar.
You cannot be friends with them. I'm sorry. This whole thing where everyone's friends with their exes.
Oh, well, yeah.
Or like, my best friend is a girl. And this is actually, let me be clear now. I have a lot of guy friends who are very near and dear to me who are now married or they have, but the second they come to me and they're like, I really like this girl, my relationship then goes through the woman.
It is a different relationship.
I'm
100%.
like, cool, awesome. I'm going to take 4 or 5 steps back.
Yeah.
And she is now my friend. I respect her.
Yeah.
You are her +1.
100%.
And I make sure she feels comfortable at all times.
Yes.
And that is how I've been able to continue those relationships.
Yes.
And the men who've been my dearest friends who have gone away after becoming married or whatever. But I understand it.
Yeah,
we've
100%,
even
yeah.
had little moments where he's like, I love you and I'll always love you. And I'm like, go.
100%.
Go be free.
Because that is the natural thing. At the end of the day, you have your partner. Like
that needs to be your other. That needs
That
to
is
be
your
the
number
most
one.
important thing to you. Not
That's
your
your family.
mom.
That
not
is your
your
family.
dad. Like, and if you have the correct parenting going on, they support that and they love that, and they're able to take that role where they're like, I am now taking a back seat to you and your wife or your husband. Like, that should be normal. I think it's a very twisted thing that's happening in today's world where it's like, me and my best friend John are going to go have dinner together.
No.
And then we're going to the movies and
No.
we're having a night by ourselves. Then marry John.
personally, I think
Then marry John. Don't
opposite sex.
Sheyda,
fucking call me ever again.
You are the queen of having male friends that you do
Yeah,
all
but the
those things
second,
with.
yes, I just said that.
I know, but I'm
the
saying so
second I
marry,
have those-
marry Trevor or whatever his name is that we do things with. You know what I mean?
Tucker?
I don't know.
It's Tucker. But the second
Tucker's not in a relationship, and the moment he does get in a relationship,
I
what
bet-
she's saying is she would step back.
I step back.
Oh,
and
I feel like I thought you were saying like marry the person that you spend the time with.
no,
do that or respect that he has another person. Like, don't ever
Oh,
be
okay,
like,
okay.
you can never replace me. Like, oh, like,
Yeah.
I'm like the guy's girl. Like,
You know what
No.
makes me sick is
Horrid.
when men have women in their wedding party.
and they're like wearing the suit.
Or no, sometimes they were still wearing a dress, and I'm just like, it's sick. I
No,
don't
no,
know.
no. I'm not marrying you.
Yeah.
That's fine with them.
oh wait, I wanted to be in my
They would
brother's.
never even get that far.
Same, but
wedding
that's
party.
your sibling. You're not.
Yeah.
Unless this is a Reddit story, you're not
Yeah.
sleeping with your sibling. I also wanted to do that because I felt like I was the closest with my brother at the time. And I was like, it's unrealistic for you to ask our brothers to be your best man when clearly we're the closest. And he just couldn't get past the gender roles. He wasn't there enough.
Yeah.
He's too traditional.
No, but for real, the women-man friendship thing, like my mom has ingrained in my brain, unfortunately, men and women cannot be truly friends. Like she knows that like
Somebody
have friendship.
wants to sleep with somebody.
But men and women, like that is a tough
Well, that's the
place.
thing is someone,
and so I
someone
totally agree
either
with
wants
you.
to sleep with somebody or you love and respect them finding someone and you're able to take that step back and go, beautiful, that's wonderful.
If you love them enough and you respect them enough, you do step back naturally.
Yeah, and you're just like, of course I take the step back
100%.
and I adore your other person and I now have a relationship with them.
Right, exactly.
And like that's
they are
I
now
do
a
whatever
duo.
she's
It's not
comfortable with.
It's you don't have the relationship with the
he.
guy. You have a relationship with the duo. Hopefully, you like the duo. But
Yeah,
even
and hopefully one day you have a duo and it's able to be a quadruple.
Right. And if honestly, if the friendship can't be maintained, then that is your answer
That
right
is
there.
your answer.
That is it.
Like I have my friend, oh my God, Dave, who for like when I was made friends with him when he was going through his first divorce, his first wife cheated on him. And we were so close. I literally stayed at his house while he was getting this divorce. He was not well, whatever. And he came out, he came back better. And then he moved away and he found a girl and he loved her. And like the last time I saw him, he was like, I'll always be your friend. Like, I'll always love you, whatever. And I was like, goodbye.
But I feel like that's so much more of a woman's role. Like, I feel like Summer and I have talked about men and women being friends, and 9 times out of 10, it's because the girl has no interest in the guy. Because a guy is so much more willing to sleep with pretty much, I think a lot of times anything. And if he has like an emotional connection to you, he's more than willing to make that jump. But it's because they know that the female has not either reciprocated it or showed any interest. So like, most of the times it's men and women being friends only because the female does not find the guy attractive.
I definitely still
I can
think that there is huge truth in that. I don't think that's for every scenario, but I really do think that there is a lot to that. I think the women are gatekeepers of progressing. To anything
well,
further.
Women are gatekeepers to
Period.
sex.
Yeah. Period.
Which men will more often than not always take.
Right.
Always. Even if they're not necessarily attracted to said female.
Right.
And also, women are the gatekeepers to putting a finger up men's butt. There.